Yeah, so I mean, the transition comes from a combination of not getting the offensive rebound. I think at one point we only had 5 offensive rebounds. Live ball turnovers. I think we had, I forgot how many turnovers that we had in the game, but, and then obviously the offensive rebounding. So it's a combination of those three things. So we have to clean those up. Those are areas that you can control. Those are areas that just require effort and discipline and building the habit of that. But, back-to-back games where gave ourselves a chance, but we had two 42-point quarters, so we got to clean that up.
Is any part of that consistency, like growing pains and playing with you guys and playing maybe with better systems?
I mean, no. You have to execute the details and the discipline. I mean, maybe playing in a different system, but for some of them. But no, they're just details that you have to build the habit of executing that discipline. And if you look at a 48-minute game, no one has played a perfect 48-minute game. I thought last game maybe we played 12 to 16 minutes of the way that we need to play on both ends. Tonight I thought it was closer to 24. So we just have to continue to get that number up as high as possible, and it's just the effort and the details and the discipline.
What did you see that led to some of those improvements?
I don't think we had a steal to the third quarter, and I think we had 5 or 6. Just played at a much faster pace. I thought every time we used pace offensively, I thought our pace defensively was good. And we just have to continue that up. And I thought we competed. I thought we sprinted to our spots. I thought we executed. I thought we moved the ball. I thought we did the things that we need to do. But, it wasn't enough because, we didn't do them in the second quarter.
So it feels like Hugo was part of that kind of swing in the second half. What's your message to him when he's coming into the game? Like, what is his number? I know everybody has
Yeah.
everything, but is there something in particular that you're looking for him to bring to the game?
What he did. I mean, he's been well coached, before he's gotten here. So obviously being a part of a great organization, having great coaches, so he's understand, what it takes, and I think he has a clear understanding of what his role is, and it's to, defend at the highest of levels and play with a level of, effort on the offensive end, and he's able to do that. So there's things he needs to clean up, obviously, but. I thought he did a great job helping set that third quarter tone with his effort and his toughness.
How do you contain the offensive rebounds and then also stop fouling?
Yeah.
Put on the free throw line 12 times
Yeah.
in the second quarter. How do you
Again, some of those fouls are going to come. I think we also forced 20 turnovers, so some of those are going to come. I think there's the situational ones that we have to get better at, whether it's the ones that you have to clean up on a player's tendencies, but again, we forced 20 turnovers, so I think a little bit of that comes with it. Again, with the rebounding, we have to combat it in 3 ways. We have to be as physical as we can rebounding. We have to get offensive rebounds, and we have to force more turnovers. So it's a 3-thing approach to getting that. There were moments of physicality defensively. We can be better at that, and then we got to combat it with offensive rebounding and us forcing turnovers and us not turning it over. I think if you look at those 4 categories: defensive rebounding, offensive rebound, forcing turnovers, not turning it over, we probably have a better chance at controlling 3 out of the 4 of those with our effort and our ability to control those things, and so we got to fight for those.
How close do you feel like you guys are to accomplishing
Yeah. 12 minutes closer. We did it for 12 minutes last game. We probably did it for 20 to 24 today. So we're 12 minutes closer. That's what we have to figure out. And I told the guys, there are teams that can ease into a season, and there are teams that can do that. But we have to have a sense of urgency to developing the identity that we need. And I thought they showed that, in the second half.
What's that balance like? You feel like you want to hold these guys to a high standard. Like you talked about this, a lot of new guys, younger guys. Like, what is that balance? Like, holding them at a high standard, but understanding that Hugo's a rookie, you have a lot of new guys here.
I mean, I still think you can hold guys to a higher standard. I mean, again, there's a result here. Like, at the end of the day, there's an expectation to win, but it's to win by the process of doing what we need to do. So the standard comes from holding them accountable to the process. Tonight, we had a miscommunication on a play that we walked through. We had a miscommunication on a read offensively. We can control those things regardless of if you're a rookie or a 12-year vet. Like, those are the things. So I think it's holding accountable to the things that we can control, and that's a high standard. And to me, you can't budge on that. And like I said, they're going to make mistakes, and that's okay, but they got to be mistakes of aggression and mistakes of opportunity, not mistakes of not playing hard. And I thought the second quarter was a little bit of mistakes of aggression, but I thought we got outplayed in that corner, and we just can't get outplayed. Well, we're 0-2, so it starts there, I would say. And the second piece is there's different ways to be great, and easing into an identity, understanding who we are and who we can be. We want to get to that faster than other teams can. I think that's being an advantage, and I think we have an ability to do that. So, we've shown signs of learning about that in our film sessions and our practices. And again, we showed 12 minutes better, but we gotta. I felt a sense of urgency to getting to that identity faster.
Any other questions for Jim? Thank you, Jim.
Thanks.